just say before we get to picks and bans, Karsa is all smiles today. He is all laughter.
What is he not?
It is terrifying to me. So we'll see if we get any spicy picks. You know, the last time he was all giggly, we got the Skarner. We'll see if that happens again. But the Viego, the J spanned away by V5 on the blue side for this first game, and the Tom Kench joining that table. JDG on the red side, as fits their color scheme, is the Lee Sin and the Zeri band.
I don't envy teams that have to go up against V5 in drafts, because like you look at the amount of champions that every single one of these players has played. Like you've got Rookie, who's played the most champions in the league, who is then followed up very quickly in second by Karsa, who's played the second most champions in the league. You look at each of the respective roles. Rich is tied third, Photic is tied second. Like they have played so many things, but we are in Gwen, locked in already by V5, and with the Jace band away, we've seen this a lot more. But again, I think for 369, you just go back towards the Gnar. One of the things that we've seen a lot is like Gnar with Hullbreaker does very well. But I do prefer here going for your jungle matchup, going for your AD carry matchup, and making sure that then you can lock in that option third here for JDG. But something that you got to look at for V5, Karsa has been very happy to take his jungle pick in the second pick phase. So oftentimes you'll see V5 like take a top lane pick here for Rich, get him situated on something comfortable. Then they oftentimes end up actually taking their AD carry and the mid lane matchup for Rookie, which oftentimes ends up putting, as you can see for here, for JDG in a really uncomfortable spot, because it's like, hey, look, how do we want to play it out? So JDG are kind of going, hey, we'll match this here. We're going to go for our top lane pick here in the Kennen. So a pick that 369 has been playing a lot. And now we can kind of go, all right, if you try to go this funny business with Rookie taking a mid laner here, we're actually going to be able to answer on this red side third pick. So nice read from JDG to kind of see where V5 oftentimes take the draft. But we're going to get Photic going towards the Aphelios. No real surprise there.
At this point, I'm surprised I haven't been getting more rebuttals from the analysts to getting mad about Aphelios and Jinx, but we'll see if that continues.
Look, I've accepted.
I've accepted it. All right, cool. Nautilus is locked in for V5, so that'll set up their bottom lane as well as the flexibility that Gwen has still in the meta right now. I want to highlight, though, JDG's last pick here. Still relying on a lot of comfort already. The first two picks, most played champions for their respective players, and I want to see that continue for JDG if they're going to go up against V5.
I like this from JDG, though. It feels like they're going to be going towards some sort of team fighting composition. With the Kennen already locked in, you've now got Thresh to kind of keep that Jade safe. Now you're going to be looking at like a strong front line that, well, not so much a strong front line. You've already got the Kennen there, but certainly things that can play in towards that team fighting style. And JDG, I'd love to see them go towards their jungle pick next and then go for mid lane bans. But we already talked about Rookie's Orianna being insanely strong, so they're just getting rid of things that can kind of pair well into this team fighting oriented style that B5 look like they're also eyeing up as well.
And so I guess that begs the question of, it's interesting to see V5 wait so long for Karsa's pick, but that's been typical, right? Waiting to see what Karsa can use to control the jungle in these kinds of matchups. Now, we did get a lot of focus in the mid lane from JDG in the second phase, as it was the Orianna and the Ahri, which has skyrocketed through priority here. And on the side of V5, they got rid of the J4 to take away some of the enableization from Kanavi, and we'll see what their last ban is gonna be, but you would expect it to be towards the solo lanes or the jungle.
I'm curious if they're eyeing up the Ryze pick here. Zoe banned away as well. I think that's what JDG are angling for here with the Orianna banned away, the Ahri as well, something that can match the roams. So again, Ryze rising up in priority because he's so good in both those early roams that you're able to get, and that side lane pressure, with the team fight pressure that he brings as well. But Oregon, not really much that can kind of match that mid lane. And I also like that they've gone for the mid lane, because I kind of said, hey, look, maybe take your jungle, but counter pick jungle for Kanavi can work out really well here, because Karsa has been able to bring out some funky picks like the Skarner. So kind of going, hey, look, if you go for something that's a tank, I can go for a carry that's going to be free to farm up. But V5 now kind of rounding out their composition here with some super strong frontline action in both the Volibear and the Galio now to try and match the roams from Yagao. Straight up team fight on both sides here.
The first game of the LNG series with Rookie, his Galio was so scary, especially because it immediately gives an answer to Karsa's aggression if he gets caught in the jungle. That's, I was expecting that in this draft to respond to the Rise, who will be mobile, who will be Yagao's tool to get into these side lanes and try to get something going for themselves. But this Trundle, last pick for JDG to combat the Volibear skirmishing.
And I actually love this pick from JDG because JDG right now, 3 winning lane matchups. They have push across the board, and Kanavi is free to just roam in and try and look for these early skirmishes with his team against Karsa. And this is not really where V5 are comfortable. And even when you look at like the late games team fight, the Trundle is going to provide so much peel for this Jinx and getting this team away from the back line that JDG have, because you're super short ranged on V5 side. So if you end up kind of going even or even slightly behind, it becomes very easy for this JDG team to kite back and make these team fights really uncomfortable. So honestly, I love what JDG have drafted here.
And I always find it so interesting the way that teams draft, because you tell the style that they're kind of going for. And in this one in particular, I would expect us not even to look at mid lane. It's going to be all about the side lanes, the plays of the jungle, how that all pans out. Probably towards this top side of the map, but as we are kind of focusing on the bot lane, Photic and Hope, maybe we see an issue where we get those early ganks in bottom, try to get Hope ahead for JDG and withstand a lot of the pressure towards 369, even though we typically know Kanavi as wanting to focus towards that top side of the map. But we are getting ready for it. We are kicking off the super weekend here in week number 7 of the LPL. It's V5, the top team of the LPL, taking on JDG, who want to strike down the would-be Titans as we hit the rift for game number 1.
And for JDG, this is a game that they would love to be able to pick up. Now with JDG sitting in 8th place, 6 and 5, being able to strike down V5, show that they have righted the ship for themselves coming into spring. This would be a dominant performance for JDG, and I feel like they have the draft to do this. Yagao, good pressure in the mid lane. Great opportunity to play up towards 369 in this top side of the map. Set up this Kennen for success and continue to have this strong mouse in the team fights. Let Hope scale into the later portion of the game. You have a ton of safety here at Missing on this Fresh, one of Missing's best champions as well. So honestly, it feels like everything is right here for JDG, and a lot of the onus is on V5 to try and dictate the pace of this early game. But when you have, losing priority pretty much across the board, it becomes very difficult to do that.
It absolutely does. I want to highlight the opposite side starts for both these jungles, as it was a leashless start for Kanavi. Full help for the bot lane for Karsa on the bottom side of the map. So we'll see what those pathings lead to. Looks like a full clear start for Karsa himself, at least full bot side clear. But it's, again, about the early aggression. Who takes hold in the jungle? Kanavi spotted out on a ward going to mid lane.
Yeah, this is really good warding from V5, because look at where both those wards are. The one that Kanavi's clearing, but also in that top lane tri-bush as well. They had a feeling that Kanavi was going to try and go for some sort of funny business, maybe even look for an invade onto the top side of Karsa off of, the double lane pressure that we already talked about for the solo lanes. But spotting that out means that now Kanavi's going to take a step back, a bit of wasted time, and Kanavi now pathing down towards his other solo camps, so he can just clear out red, blue, and Gromp, and it's kind of the easiest clear for the Trundle at this stage.
Yeah, the Trundle is still such an interesting pick to me, especially going into the Volibear, and again, not letting Karsa have the control that he always tries to strive for early on in the game, and be able to dictate the tempo of the jungle and how you can approach these objectives. Because as we said at the beginning, right, the Dragon focus is there for JDG. I expect Kanavi to be there on those timers, and if Karsa wants to answer that is the biggest remaining question.
Especially when you look at the mid and bot pressure that you can get, it becomes super easy for you to try and make that happen. Rookie overextended in the mid lane though, and Kanavi, he smells it.
He came for the other side, didn't work. Coming from this side, beautiful pillar, but he lands on the other side. Rookie's just too good.
Yeah, Rookie kind of hopping his way over that, very close to getting caught out, but fortunately not able to make it happen. Again though, it's about getting control for Yagao in this mid lane, but with so much attention paid by Karsa in towards the mid, Kanavi, hasn't actually been farming up quite as much. You can see a bit of a gold or camp difference opening up for Karsa there, and he managed to get that topside camp as well in the scuttle. So kind of working out relatively all right for V5. Rookie absorbing a ton of that pressure early and making nothing happen for JDG.
Oh, the weave of the death sentence, and that's going to be first blood. The beautiful play backwards And Missing gets first blood for JDG. Don't think they can follow it up on PP God, but what a play from the bot lane.
And that's what we said. Missing's best champions are Thresh, but now mid.
Oh, now Rookie has to flash on the other side of the pillar as he gets caught out for the second time by Kanavi.
Yeah, you just hate when you've got the 1v2 lane, don't you? You know, Jungle's decided that this isn't actually fair. He wanted to play mid a little bit, but this here from Missing, great job. And this is one of the things. All right, so this is why it gets a little bit fun. Thresh's hitbox actually does lollipop. And the way that the hitboxes work on champions is that they're a square. The minion hitbox is a little bit smaller. So what, and a little bit kind of within the model. So oftentimes when you see these kind of weird hitbox moments, it's because you've got the lollipop effect from the Thresh hook, and you've got the champion square hitbox extends ever so slightly past. And that's why, like, especially, like, I play a lot of Thresh, I love it, but it's something that catches people out so often, is the fact that you can actually oftentimes kind of squeeze past the minions, use that lollipop effect, and the extended range on the corner of the hitbox of the champion to pick that off. So, just really nice job for Missing, and really good understanding of this champion. That's what we said, one of Missing's best champions, and honestly his best champion, in my opinion, is this Thresh. And you can see it already paying dividends for JD.
And the fact that he saved the Flay till after Photic's flash came out and just brought them back at like max range with the Flay, that was incredible. But we're keeping it moving here, and Week5 are back in the bottom lane, Missing and Hope with their little bit of an advantage. Isn't going to find too much just yet. We do have a lot of bodies towards the bottom side as the Dragon has spawned. Expected JDG to be there, and Kanavi is there, but Karsa, realizing what could have been happening, was getting vision down there. Now they go mid and get Yagao's flash.
I mean, Yagao should still be alright. Rookie not having his own flash meant they couldn't really follow up on that, but Yagao able to escape away. And now, with level 6 his, should be... Oh, Rookie, actually, that's not where you want to go.
That is not the direction you wanted. Kanavi was making his way there, but Rookie too quick on the back to his tower.
And now Rookie's got to step back. Yagao gets full cryo mid. You've already got the push on bot lane as Hope and Missing have been able to do a wonderful job there. So now this is the Dragons that we're talking about for JDG. Started up already. And this is all about trying to power through this into that late game team fight. And that's JDG already getting off that well. Karsa trying to see if he can just steal away some of the camps and kind of make Kanavi a little bit uncomfortable. But I gotta say, this is a very different style from Kanavi. Traditionally, we see Kanavi end up kind of playing more of a carry-orientated style, where he's got like the Viegos and these kind of things. I mean, big Kindred player, I mean, a Silas player back in 2020. But that's not what we're seeing here. Kanavi's giving up his camps and playing almost the Karsa style against Karsa, which is super interesting to see.
This is terrifying, though. I believe Karsa's going to hit 6 off this Krub camp. Maybe it's going to be a little too... Oh, it's not enough. I thought he was so close. I was going to say the Stormbringer is going to be perfect. But the needlework, almost enough for Rich just to kill 369. Okay, Slicing Maelstrom used. The stun connects. Rich in some trouble. Karsa eviscerates 369 for V5's first kill of the game.
And really nice job. But this is really weird to see, because honestly, this feels like the nameplates have been swapped, right? You end up with Karsa now playing towards the top side to help out Rich, and I mean, he does get the kill. Nice job from Rich to kind of soften up 369 before he went into that play. And now you've got at least Rich with a lot more pressure on this top side. And don't forget, this is the counter pick from 369. You usually are able to have a bit of an easier time against the Gwen, but because Kanavi has been putting so much attention in towards the mid lane, 369 has been set behind, and now Rich is getting control of this topside matchup. So for Kanavi, I think you need to start putting some more attention up towards this topside and making sure that this Gwen is going to run away and become a real nuisance in the side lane, because this matchup against the Kennen is good for the early to mid game laning phase, but when you get towards the later portion of the game, 369's pressure is going to be in the team fight. He really starts to lose out heavily in this side lane matchup.
All I'm saying is we have the possibility for a Hextech Rift, and there is a Kennen on the table. Those late game Slicing Maelstroms will not matter so much if you are super far behind, as long as you get a good flank. We're getting 3v3 set up in the mid lane as V5 pull the trigger on it, get Missing Splash, but the Death Sentence connects, and now Rookie is way overextended. Rookie dies.
Nice attempt, but just more members of JDG there. Even the Realm Warp.
The taxi
to
service.
move Kanavi straight up. You know, it's like, Cab is here, and we got to go straight forward. Really nice job from JDG. And honestly, this early game from JDG has been phenomenal. We talked about them having 3 winning lane matchups. They've been able to play through them super well, as you were able to get Missing on their own first and mid. Yeah, Gao is putting a ton of pressure onto Rookie, so now Karsa trying to help out, but Kanavi's just been picking up all these objectives off the different lanes that he has the comfort with, and V5 definitively on the back foot in this game.
And it's such an interesting position to be in for V5. Usually it's them taking advantage of the early game and keeping up the tempo itself. But as you had mentioned earlier, Kanavi playing more towards these lanes in the bottom side, towards the mid, trying to continue that early pressure that he found with the first blood. And it's been working out so far. But the thing is, I just have the utmost feeling that this is going to be a late game fight. This is going to be a 5v5 scaling matter. And it's going to be all about execution in the end, right? These early game scuffles, it can all go well. The objective focus from JDG has been there. But we see the inklings of the team fight starting to come through.
And remember what we said about those team fights. If JDG get a lead, it becomes really hard for V5 to operate in those fights. You're super short range. You've basically got to run at JDG, and that's not where you're comfortable. But V5 now moving up towards the top side. Rookie in place for that ult.
They know who they need to get ahead. Slicing Maelstrom comes in. The Stormbringer perfect, and the Wombo combo. Karsa gets his second kill.
And it's lights out for 369 as that tower goes out as well, thanks to that volley bear ultimate. Now JDG trying to answer in that mid lane. They've got Missing, who's roamed up from bot side, knowing that you're going to be perfectly safe. Here's Hope, and they've got Predator. That Rift down. V5 making the play though.
Oh, the pillar, beautiful. Oh no, Rookie couldn't do anything there. Nice pillar from Kanavi. The charges will go off, and the tower loses 4 plates to JDG.
And great play from JDG. Again, Missing, phenomenal spot. Just sitting there with the Dark Passage ready in case V5 tried to answer. Gets ever safety.
God.
Might need it again, though.
They got to be really careful. The Moonlight Vigil, the red and white, Missing getting oh so low. Missing gonna die. Depth charge used by PP God, and they have it. Splash from Hope gets him out of there. That was clutch, or he was gonna die.
Missing a bit unfortunate there, tries to go for the play, but not really respecting where V5 could be in the map, especially since they disappeared from that top side and rotated into mid. We're more than likely moving to bot. Just a misread on the map is that Missing falls. JDG still have hope here in that bottom lane though, with Kanavi just supporting his AD carry in case V5 go for a dive, but you're still looking at that gold. It's now equaling up here for V5 with a couple of these plays going.
And what I find so interesting is the duality of what we've seen out of the mid lane. Both members, having that mobility out of the mid lane. The heroic entrance for Rookie, the Realm War for Yagao, but it's been Rookie who has been on the ball with the movements around the map, where Yagao has stayed a lot in the mid lane, had a lot of focus towards himself in the mid lane with Kanavi, but hasn't gotten to those side lanes just yet.
And some of that has been the pressure that Carson's been able to put mid. Burning that early flash makes it a little bit difficult for Yagao to play up in that lane, but the game plan from JDG is still on track. Yes, 369 has been set behind, but hope is huge. Like, look at the gold difference that he has over Photic right now. Then you look over at the dragons that have already been set up for JDG. We talked about this, about being their big win condition and being able to force these fights. And the thing for JDG is that even if 369 is losing, because you've still got a winning mid, you've still got the winning boss, it becomes very easy for you to set up vision control and prevent V5 from finding these flanks. And if Karsa is kind of running like front to back style of fight, it's much easier to peel him off and hope. It makes it a lot easier for you to prevent the front line of Rich or Karsa getting into the fight and like allowing Rookie to have these big ultimates then. And then you can just play with your range advantage on the AD carry for JDG and try and win out the fights in that way. 369 honestly just plays appeal to him.
And Photic actually want to go for it. They connect onto Missing. Missing is taking a ton of damage, and Photic gets the kill. Now the grabs him, locking up Hope, but Hope has rockets too. And now you got to be really careful as Rookie coming down. He's flashing. He's got the taunt. The Mega Death Rocket gets the kill. Hope trades it 1 for 1, and now Yagao trying to make it a 2 and 3 possibly if they can connect the damage. Yagao getting some AoE, but the rest of V5, or at least Karsa himself, shows up. Yagao backs away.
Man, Rookie is making sure that V5 stay in this game. You called earlier on this out. Like, it's actually nuts. The fact that he's been able to play off of his lane, like the lane party he really shouldn't have this well, is insane. TP now into the bot side where he doesn't even need the ult. He's just like, yep, yeah, I'm gonna just walk. Or was it a TP?
No, he just ran
TP
with
back
Predator
to mid and just walked down. Yeah, Predator the whole way down into the play. Really nice job here from Hope though to get at least one back. Photic forced to flash away. PP God isn't in position to block the
he even
ult.
dodged out of the way.
Yeah, and it's the fact that, like, Hope knew he was dead, so it was just like, right, swing it out on a wing of a prayer, see if we can get that kill. Managed to get it. Now Hope moving into the mid lane just as turret plates fall, so this mid lane tower will go their way. First tower of the game going to Hope alongside Kanavi, and already Yagao taking his place in bot side, making sure that Rookie now will find it a little bit more difficult to make these plays into lanes because he's going to be situated on the bot side with less lane access for the Galio.
And this is where JDG's composition just feels unlocked when they can roam together as a group. But this is V5's play. This is what they want to do. Hope didn't get excited from the tower take. Rich is in there. They have connected onto Hope. The heroic entrance seals the deal. And Rich gets a kill. Stormbringer in. Kanavi is still there but can't do anything to help Missing. And Missing goes down too. How do we get to a position like this? How does it always work out for V5?
This is why V5 are the best team in the LPL right now. They don't have the lane priority that they should. They're still making the plays happen. You think that they're starting to fall behind and falling out of the game, and then they make the plays happen again. Great TP coming through from Rich. And remember what we said, V5, we needed to see the flanks. That's how they set up for these team fights. Well, that was a perfect example of what we were talking about. 369 will get the Terran top side, but by God did V5 win out on that map play.
And you can see when it all comes together, we've seen little bits and pieces of it. The wombo combos are actually there for this composition. We'll get the replay of that play, the TP behind starting it all off.
And look, it's just a perfect delivery here for the Galio. This is exactly what we were talking about. If anyone can get behind JDG, suddenly you get a ton of CC that can be delivered straight onto this Jinx in the back line. And she is the main source of damage. And with 369 unable to follow with no TP there, V5 outnumber them. Now V5 feeling comfortable to start looking for this Rift Herald on the top side, especially when they've got push in top to play on mid. But third dragon is up in 45 seconds, so V5 kind of counting their the blessings here, going, right, do we want to try and force the play at the Rift Herald, or do we just wait for these ultimates to come back up in 30 seconds and look for the dragon? It feels like the dragon is the correct call here. See, especially as JDG start to prioritize more vision control up towards this top side. If V5 can get some vision control, maybe look for these flanks, especially when you look at the vision control that's already established on that bot side in the last play. You can see in the bot side jungle for JDG, a lot of blue wards are there, but Rookie's still caught.
Oh, Rookie's so caught. That's so many times that the pillar has stopped Rookie from getting away. He doesn't have heroic entrance yet. He's trying to buy time. The taunt connects, but he will just die. This is right before the dragon fight as well, but V5 are moving in. They're realm warping out from JDG to get into a better position to fight for this dragon. It's so crazy. The slicing maelstrom over the wall. He immediately pulls back, but here goes V5. Photic in the back. How are they winning this fight, Necta? They have Rich still and JDG firing off the Mega Death Rocket. Connects to Karsa, but Photic is still frontlining right now. Hope has finally joined the fight, and this changes things as JDG feeling a little bit cautious on their third dragon take, as V5 are using the confidence they built up to keep the pressure on here. They are now in front of the dragon. They now have Karsa coming in with the smite available. Dragon resetting now as V5 try to keep their health bars. Hey, JDG, the confidence isn't there. They get pulled out of it. What a move. What a stud performance from V5.
What a mistake from 369. Like, you just have to wait. Hope is pushing mid. Wait for Hope to join you. You don't need to flash engage that. And 369 massively overextends and costs JDG the fight where you said it right. It was 4 versus 5. Rookie was dead. Look here. Hope is in mid lane. I mean, he's already been pushed and separated away from the fact that the V5 bot lane had shook mid. You got the pick on Rookie. Fantastic. Just play this slow. You don't need to pull the trigger as soon as you did. I love this from JDG. Great repositioning, but this from 369, I don't understand at all. Nobody there to follow up in the play. V5 are easily able to kite back. And look at where Hope is. Hope is still in the mid lane because he got separated by Photic and PP God. That play made no sense and cost JDG big time.
369 was looking for the highlight plays. He could see it in his dreams. The over-the-wall flash slicing maelstrom taking the game. But it didn't happen because V5 are too quick. They're too clean and somehow find themselves at an even game here, even though it feels like we have said JDG's name so many times. Slicing Maelstrom now used by 369 in a desperation attempt to get away from Rich, but Rich has had so many solo kills and he's gonna add another one as Rich takes down 369. The Rift Herald fight is ensuing here. JDG have taken pole position. Here comes the TP Stormbringer by Karsa to separate them a little bit. Now Rich is here and Photic is on red-white. They have the entire team for V5 and they are dashing JDG out of the Rift Herald pit. Karsa gets the Herald itself, and it's JDG who realm warped to safety in the top lane, but is it really safety? Safe. They have Hope on the side. He's almost out of mana though, putting some shots into Photic himself. Karsa is here, doesn't have Stormbringer, but they want to force this fight. Datsun does not connect. Rookie going for the taunt. They are under towering for some reason, and V5 realized the error of their ways. No, they didn't, because Yagao got the kill, and now Missing is stunned up but not taking any more damage. Yagao overextending himself, has to go golden. I am talking for a literal 3 minutes here, Dagda, but Photic finally gets the kill and survives, and V5 have taken JDG and made them play the game that they wanted.
Look, take a breather there, Mazel. Go look up some Benny Hill music and get ready to play, because god damn, that was a messy, sloppy fight on both sides with so many comedy of errors coming across on either side. But V5 do come out on top. I want to start looking at this in a couple of different ways, right? JDG should not start this up. You already have the TP available for the Gwen. You're outnumbered, right? As we start to move in here, though, JDG do a really good job of disengaging. They actually managed to escape. You managed to get Yagao. Like, look at the position here. Oh, never mind.
No analysis, only fighting. As a rookie wanting to get away. Oh no, the red line didn't connect. He's slowly gonna burn down. Rookie's just not wanting to get one shot. There's the slicing Maelstrom. A lot of damage put back, but it's not enough. The Winds of War help PP God get the kill. Now JDG onto the Baron here, and I just don't get to stop because the carousel keeps on turning. The halfway down is the Baron. It's gonna be a huge turning point for JDG if they can pick this one up, but Karsa is right around the corner. Karsa has smite, and it forces JDG out of the pit and off of the bear.
Just like that, V5 able to push back JDG.
He got the scuttle cramp.
Yeah, very wary of what, especially with Rook still on bot side. They might have been able to fight that, but just not feeling comfortable, not feeling like they're able to take these fights. Photic with 6 kills already. They are terrified of this Aphelios. And with that, JDG back off. Rift Herald takes mid tower, and this game went from being very well orchestrated on both sides, V5 taking a little bit of a lead, to getting pretty sloppy pretty quickly. There's been a lot of mistakes that are coming through. The top lane dive, Photic end up tanking tower, so V5 have to back away from that play. You have Missing flashing forward to get the kill on Photic, doesn't manage it. He ends up dying in that top lane play. Bot lane, we end up with PP God missing hooks and minions. Like, this game is getting crazy, Mazel. It needs to calm down.
No, it doesn't. Keep on going. 100% throttle. Let's go. First game of the day. I love it. I'm only here for one series, all right, Dag? I gotta get all my energy out in some way. I gotta be able to sleep tonight somehow, as JDG utilizing the Hex Gates to get to their side of the map, but it's all about the setup for this dragon. As I said earlier, JDG, they were hard focus on this drag. They even really wanted the last one, but it didn't work out for them, and now it feels like they're playing V5's game, and V5 have everything they could ever want in terms of tools, right? They're getting 2 item spikes, 2.5 items on their carries, and it means JDG just can't put up a fight for this. Oh my god,
oh, they are.
Okay, I was gonna say, don't take that one.
Oh no.
PP God catches out Kanavi though, and Kanavi's already dead to Rookie. What a tragedy, because now Yagao is out by himself. 369 on the edge. He has Slicing Maelstrom, but he can't do anything to help his team. And a second member of JDG will go down. Now, let's go ahead and make it a third, because PP God and Rich are on the flank to 369. Missing is there, but he can't take the Dark Passage. Look at all the wards. That's unfortunate. And again, JDG are dashed.
Ward diff coming in means that the top laner for JDG is now 0-6 for 369. V5 barreling through this mid lane to get over towards the Baron with Navi back up just now, though. Don't know if they want to try and fully commit to this. Could end up being a burger flip, but replay coming through. I don't know why JDG are here. Like, you've already lost the dragon. There is no need to contest this. I actually thought that JDG was starting to give up this because they're like, look, we are on even footing when it comes towards items with the Aphelios and the Jinx, but the Jinx stronger at 3 rather than the Aphelios, who was just stronger than the Jinx at 2. So like, hey, we'll just back it up. But JDG not in a position to commit. Even the TP coming through from 369 here, and as I say, you know, wards galore to stop 369 taking that Dark Passage, and they get another kill onto a V5 side. This for JDG, I'm starting to feel a little bit worried for them. Yeah. This was the game where I thought they had all the cards in their hand to make this game theirs. Early lane pressure across the board. Ability to play for dragons early, which they successfully did. Ability to play for team fights really well, which is not what they did. And now V5 looking in control, setting up vision around Baron, trying to make sure that once more they can keep going for these fights against JDG. And now, as 3 members strong, looking to constrict JDG's movement on the map.
And that's what V5 do so well. That's what Karsa does so well. And it's just crazy to me to see the adaptation in game for V5 and the focus for them here, as it was kind of a little bit fluid towards that early part of the game. But specifically, you know, it was these lanes who looked so good for JDG, but what is killing me is the miscoordination it seems that JDG are having. The fact that in that last fight that Yagao was going in on the bottom side, gets caught out, then 369 was on his own flank and got caught out. That coordination needs to pick up immediately for JDG if they have hope to take these team fights that we know are coming, right? These 5v5s are the essence of what this game is going to devolve into. It's just a question if JDG have what it takes at that moment to be able to pick up the fight.
It's so difficult for JDG to get those fights though. Remember what we said, flanks are key for V5. Well, with JDG lacking vision control in River, not able to gain access to the Baron area, it makes it a lot easier for V5 to find those flanks, get those wards, set up for TPs, for Rich, for Rookie, to be able to follow up with that big ultimate. JDG, their opportunities in these games have been squandered, and now they're on the back foot. But if they can get these 3 items completed from Hope, if they are able to set up properly, maybe get Photic picked off at the start, that could be their way back into this game.
That's the hardest thing, though. You don't have any point-and-click CC, right? You have to be able to connect the Destinance on to Photic. You have to be able to get the, well, I guess you have the Prison, but are you going to be able to get into range of Photic with the composition they have around him, which is something we haven't seen thus far. And I think it's so crucial as we go into the next couple fights that are game-defining, right? If V5 win another fight, that's sole point for them, and they get to dictate the rest of it.
And especially when Photic is this large as well, like 3 items now completed on the Fellows. You try to dive him, he's going to be hitting back. And I mean, the only person that can really look towards is maybe 369 to look for a flank of his own, but it's so hard. I mean, 0-6, those Anyas and PP
so
gone.
Tanky. The depth charge out there. Rich already using the needlework as well. Oh, there's the flank. I didn't even see him coming. But that is the exact turnaround we wanted. The triple kill immediately for 369. And it just takes one slicing maelstrom to change the game.
You know, there's a few moments when you're a color caster when you just think, I am a prophet. And this is one of those moments where,
it's the Hex Rift, man.
You set it up perfectly. You know, maybe you can get 369 flanked, maybe you can do whatever, but I will say as well, big mistake from PP God, getting caught trying to get vision, and JDG working out beautifully there. Now that's the Baron for JDG, and just like that, this game turns around. Hope they're running after Karsa, but they're pretty good. But look at the Dragons, 10 seconds now. No Photic, no opportunity for V5 to try and hold on to this area of the map. And just like that, JDG get Baron and
God,
they
they're
get
committing to it. They are actually going to commit to it, Dagda. Rich immediately running away because he realized he put a target on his back with that TP. The Dragon already going down. Carson nowhere even near to smite it away. Rich just goes in anyways. The needlework into the chokehold is huge. And Rookie coming in with the heroic interest. The Everfrost, the connection on to Hope. Oh my goodness. We found ourselves in the same position again. Go ahead and throw those yakety sacks up for JDG because V5 are here to stay and they take the team fight.
It honestly feels like JDG, if they just stood and fought, would have been all right. Photic wasn't there, and you can see how much damage Hope is able to churn out even through the taunt. But now V5, they've gotten 2 Barons off the table, and they're pushing in for the base.
can't believe they are the aggressors. That's something that I find so crazy about this game is it has literally just been confidence radiating out of V5 that has made the difference. That second dragon for them, it was confidence. Here, the Realm Warp, it's confident now. But in all actuality, they are using their pressure so well. They are calling or not getting their bluffs called by JDG.
And this is something that Rookie was really good at when he was back on IG. Not so much 2021 IG, but 2020 IG, 2019 IG was really good at having these moments where you make that one mistake, we're going to bring it back. And we're going to go right the way back to one mistake that PP got made here. See, just trying to get vision control. Thought with the amount of pressure that was around him, he'd be all right. But this just gives the perfect flank
for
right 369. And I like the fact that that ward existed behind you is kind of a big issue for V5 there. Like, that should have been cleared out. But here, I really do feel like JDG could have fought this. Like, if you set up Yagao frontline, Kanavi frontline, I know you don't have the ult for 369, but it just feels like, you know, Kanavi and Yagao going that bit too far to river. But here, just set up, like, Yagao in frontline, buy space for Hope. Hope, you can see, nearly kills Rookie. And with no Hollow Mist on Rich, I believe, and also no needlework there, I believe Hope might have been able to follow through. He's also running Bloodline, so has a good amount of lifesteal in his kit already. There's with the assist and kills he's picked up. So I think maybe JDG could have fought that, but I think maybe not wanting to lose their Barons and trying to hold on to them might have just been the call.
Yeah, it does seem that way. And they were able to put up a defense towards that bottom side, at least saving the inhib tower. And now about 2.5 minutes on the timer for JDG to get the soul for themselves. Hextech Soul would do wonders for this squad. And look at this. This is going to do wonders. They are catching out Yagao, and they have the entire team of E5 here to back them up. Karsa tries to use the Stormbringer to separate the distance. They are tanky individuals, but you got more numbers. You got bodies. Realm Warp goes only a short distance. And actually, JDG have made it out of this, and JDG are taking the mid base. They are taking the inhib as Hope and 369 are unstoppable there.
They even try to send out the rocket to stop the recalls, and JDG, they're now playing V5 on the map.
No way. Karsa flashes over the thick part of the wall, getting out of there, but JDG almost catching them out. It's crazy, the back and forth in this game already. This is only game 1 of this best of 3.
And it looks super messy, but it is teams playing on the edge of what their composition is capable of doing. You can see there Kanavi playing with Yagao to get vision control on this top side to allow Yagao to push in. It's great to spread the love when you've got this Baron buff, and that's what JDG were doing. V5 were hoping to make that pick happen before JDG could really get in a position in mid lane, but they're just not able to lock them down. Kanavi and Yagao, as you called out, too tanky, take too long to go down, and even escaping gives Hope and 369 all the time they need to take that mid inhibitor. Now, a minute until the Dragon. V5 setting up the vision control that they need, setting up for the flank wards for Rich. You can see the pings going over to that one on bot side towards that Gromp. JDG need to clear this out before this Dragon spawns, so Rich doesn't get that angle of attack in behind him.
It is a bit terrifying. You see how important this objective is to both these teams. They are positioning way ahead of time just to make sure Vision Game is down. V5 now taking priority in mid lane themselves, just keeping the bodies down towards the spot side as much as they can with that Dragon spawning in 40 seconds. The big thing is 369 pushing out this top side. Also has the TP available, also has the Hex Gates available. You've got to keep an eye out for the slicing maelstrom flanks.
I'm actually wondering if the call from JDG is to just give up this Dragon. It's a risky one, but it might be what they're looking for. I saw a ton of pings going on to 369. 369 is good vision control. Yagao now to deal with Rich, but yeah, Rich just going to back away. I think JDG are just going to give up this Dragon. It is a very risky call because it will put V5 on soul point, will potentially lead to a soul for V5 if JDG can't contest the next one, but you could end up getting 2 inhibitors down and massively constrict V5 on the map.
Looks like the committal is going to be there from Rich to go back to base to answer 369's push, but as you had said, JDG letting this Dragon fall, almost taking it with the Mega Death Rocket, but they will lose their bottom, or their top inhib rather, inhib tower, leaving the top and the mid inhibs exposed. Huge play opportunities for JDG if they can capitalize later on.
And it's a tough, but I think the right call for JDG. They didn't have vision control on the bottom side river or in their own jungle. V5 had already kind of pushed them back too far to really contest that vision. So a fear of, you know, TP flanks from Rich being on and just a good flank in general because he was positioned on that bot side means that JDG are like, look, we'll potentially lose the fight and the game if this one goes wrong. So instead, they try to trade it on stop side, but then Missing's cost.
They found Missing, and now it's a 4v5. The TP on the backside, though, that's 369. He has the slicing maelstrom, and they're in a pit.
They don't know.
It's like shooting fish in a barrel here if they can get the right setup, but they can't get caught, and that's just what happens. 369 is literally sitting there watching his team get destroyed as Rich actually comes up clutch with the big Mega Death Rocket, but it's not enough. It's just obliterating people. Winds of War has to get Rookie out of there. 369 is still sitting in the top side push. Oh my goodness.
They're waiting.
V5 going right back for it. This is the long con for JDG.
Exactly. They're trying to get 369 in position. Here he goes, Mazel. They're trying to do it.
He's connecting onto Karsa, but not onto Photic. He goes golden. Photic flashes onto Hope, and Hope goes down. Karsa is down. Photic still alive. The Baron. Who's it gonna go to? It's V5, baby.
Oh my god, I was not ready for this banger to start off my day. This game is insane. V5. Photic flashing in, shutting down the whole Baron at 150 and 369 falls. V5 may have just taken the game with that play, but we'll see it here. Missing, getting caught out as he tries to get vision. The reverse PP got from earlier on. But remember what we said. Hope in these late game fights. This is his comfort zone. And you see it here. Playing so well. Realizes he can take the 1v1 against this late game Gwen. This is Hope playing with confidence. This is Hope showing why we were excited to see him coming back into the LPL for so long. And 369 trying to set up this play, holding on for so long. I thought this was it, but Photic having that key stopwatch. No chompers on Hope to keep him safe. And
oh my god!
Photic flashing straight over the wall to finish him. And again, 150 health in this Baron is 369. Just not able to get the damage. Rookie goat as well. Now we're back in. Push in mid. V5 looking to try and siege up with Baron.
Hope was not expecting that flash from Photic. That is the difference maker here as V5 keep that pressure up. They are continuing to whittle down these side lanes and see a huge minion wave in the top side. Going to be catered into the tower by Rookie. They keep up the pressure in every single lane. They still have about 1 minute and 20 on the Baron buff here.
And they're just going to continue putting this pressure. As you said, 1.5 minutes until the Dragon means that P5 can get pressure and fall back towards that objective, making it really hard for JDG contest, but they need to. The fight has to come through eventually because you're going to lose everything in your base here, JDG.
They've already lost the top inhib tower. Now they're working on the inhib itself. JDG putting up a strong defense here as well. Having the slicing maelstrom on 369 available, they can turn the team fight. But again, it's a situation where they're just letting things go out and they're not making any decisions to proactively deal with it. A big Moonlight Vigil takes about half the health bars of JDG, meaning the push in the mid lane is free. And another inhib will fall as in the mid lane it does.
And it's just about, as you state, push JDG back, deny them the ability to defend. And with the minute left until the Dragon, Photic's Moonlight Vigil is going to be up again. So just really smart timing by Photic on that one. Rookie gets the Baron reset. Brave man to make that play, but Void Staff picked up. Perfect reset timing. V5 looking for the TP in with Rookie.
TP God hitting the pillar there with the dredge line, not able to find the connection. But the beautiful thing about Rookie backing right there is he has the heroic entrance to join the fight as well as he has TP'd in, and that is the setup for V5. It is getting the Wombo combo off onto Hope, onto Yagao, and onto 369 as they're setting up Rookie on the side, Rich on the flank. They have found Rookie, but this opens up V5 to move into the choke right here as Rookie is getting tanked down here. He will die to Kanavi, and this is an excited Hope moving forward, but they still got to deal with the super minions in the mid lane. Missing almost just dies right there as well. The Realm Warp, that's a bait as Stormbringer comes through for Karsa, and V5 are trying to take the fight now. Nobody has touched Photic. Photic is AoEing everybody to death here, but Yagao locks him down. Hope on the side goes golden, missing, connecting the death sentence, but is it enough? Hope is still the main target here, and PP God goes down
to the
next.
base.
Karsa dies. Oh my God, they're gonna win the game. The TP going in. JDG are trying to get the backs off. The base is under turret, and JDG, they only have one to defend it. He does do so. It's an ace for JDG.
How did JDG do it? They managed to take the fight. The Realm Warp looks like it's going to be a disaster, but with that, 369 is able to get the monster ult up. He resets, and JDG have soul. JDG are just holding on in this game. My word, this is insane.
This will wake you up in the morning, Dagda, as it was all V5 trying to get something, trying to get the flanks, but Rookie getting focused down at first buys a lot of time. It's just the capitalization of JDG onto him.
2020 JDG are back. This is just amazing. You get this Realm Warp in, clutch Dark Passage from Hope here, managing to just get Hope into position, and then watch this hook. Photic gets caught out, but just barely by Missy's hook here again. The thresh from Missing coming up clutch takes down Photic. If PP God had taken that, if anyone had taken that, this would have been the fight for V5. There's too many low health bars, and JDG wouldn't have been able to defend the base. They wouldn't have been able to take Karsa. They couldn't have stopped the soul going across. There was so many things on the line for JDG there. And Missing's hook sets up for Hope. There's late game team fights. This is why we highlighted the bot lane. This is why we highlighted these two AD carries. It comes down to how they operate, and just barely Photic gets caught out, and JDG can take the fight.
We are 40 minutes in, and this game has no chance of letting up anytime soon. The Elder Dragon in 4 minutes. We got Baron coming back on the table in 15 seconds. JDG getting a couple backs off, getting this top side pushing a little bit more, and we can expect another 5v5 around the Baron pit.
JDG, they need to find the control. They need to make sure they can stop flanks onto Hope. Good push for Yagao in that top side, making sure that they're not able to. Gwen sitting off the side lane. Rich will kill 369 if he can get onto him. That's why you're seeing Rich trying to sneak his way in onto the Kennen. Ghost not up though, means he may not be able to chase him down, but that'll be up momentarily. B5 holding control of River makes it very difficult for JDG to just move in and contest. Good TP ward in the mid side River, to the River side of mid on the top side to make sure that 369 can TP in with a potential flank. But V5 not feeling comfortable, just seems they can bait some of these TPs out from JDG.
And remember, pick kings RV5. One pick decides the game, Dagda. And if they can do so, if they can find it, that will be the difference maker. They're keeping Rookie down here just in case 369 wants to commit, because if they kill 369, they end the game. As the third inhib falls, it means double super minions. Taunt as Slicing Maelstrom immediately comes out. Yagao is here to save the day as Rookie backing out immediately. Rich using the needlework. The Baron fight still happening in the picture-in-picture as Kanavi and the rest of V5 are there. Realm Warp, just a bait TP now coming in from Rookie and from JDG, but V5 have already kicked off the fight. Photic is getting his first kill. He's looking at his second. Heroic interest coming in. Kanavi is bursted down. Stormbringer over the wall by Karsa. Hope able to put down some decent damage with the fish bones, but has to back away himself. He has no front line. Yagao has found Rich. Can he get the solo kill here? Rich making it out alive, but it's a Baron play by V5, and they will secure that objective.
369 had no ultimate. Oh,
if
I thought that
Karsa was
stolen
there,
for a
that's
second.
stolen. If Karsa was at
sorry.
the Baron right there, that was it.
Oh, I thought that it stolen for a second, my heart. But the problem there for JDG was 369, the base defense had used the Maelstrom. Then when he TP'd into the play, he didn't have that big team fighting tool to use. So Hope trying to do the DPS, but way less threat from the Kennen, whereas Rookie, you'll see, still had his own ultimate. So when he TP'd in, he's providing that big CC engage tool. Great flash forward from PP God here as well. Means that Hope is non-factor in the opening moments of this fight. Then you get the follow from Rookie that spreads out the fight once more. And there's just too many tools here for V5. 369 and TP, but not able to do anything. You can't threaten without the ultimate as the Kennen. You're basically a poke tool, which isn't going to do anything when V5 have already started the fight.
The armories are fully online. We're missing a couple half items here or there, but it's all about execution. It's all about mechanics, and PP God needs to get out of here, or it will be an unmanned fight for the Elder Dragon. PP God trying to get out, but this is the Realm Warp from JDG. You got on the other side, PP God is dead, and now it's a 4v5.
The base!
V5
Look at the base!
has to get away, but yes! The base is still under focus, and Rich is into the base. The back from Yagao will complete, but they will lose their inhibs yet again as TP now utilized to make sure they can get back in time. Rookie of the top side, Yagao's only focus is to try to save this base at this point.
It's 2v1 though. They haven't reset. Now with JDG getting 369 back, and maybe the cutoff they can do is 35 seconds until Dragon Yagao flashes forward.
They're catching out Rich here, but Rookie is trying to save his top laner. JDG making their way here. Kanavi with the pillar. Connects there. Rookie. Everfrost does not. Death Sentence connects onto him. Now Rich is taking a 4v2, but the heroic entrance separates it, and it will be Rookie dying for Rich's life.
Rookie gives his life so Rich may live. But now 4 versus 5. Elder Dragon in 10 seconds. The base successfully defended for JDG. They can push out this bot wave. Someone has to stay with us. But you can still look for this fight. Hex Gate is going to be crucial in helping them get to the dragon. That's the benefit of having this map right now as just a tester. As it goes, the ultimate goes wide from hope. Seeing if V5 had started it, but now JDG in position with 25 seconds onto Rookie. No way for him to get into this fight with both ult and TP down. Karsa has to hope for the miracle steal.
They're not in position for this. The Elder Dragon already halfway. King of Thieves have to make it happen here. Rich on the side. Elder Dragon can define it. He doesn't get it. The King of Thieves is denied. And now the Elder Dragon wings are there for JDG.
And they will be able to get back to the base. They're going to be able to defend this game 45 minutes in. I mean, Mazel, you had that stat at the start of the day. One of the longest games, the longest game is there for V5, and we might be about to break it. I don't want this game to end. This is no.
Tell the other, can we just keep this game going for the rest of the day for LPL? I think it's fine. We'll talk to the people and make sure. But JDG are not giving up without a tooth and nail fight.
No, this is so well orchestrated. Yagao flashing forward here. This is what just is such a massive thorn in V5 side. Rookie knows that, look, I'm dead anyway. Missing's hook there, he's going down. So just ults onto Rich to buy space for the Gwen to get out. I mean, good call from Rookie, but unfortunate that V5 are in that position to start with. They were trying to make the fancy plays to break open the base, knowing how low that Nexus turret is, get the pressure on JDG so they have to stay in their base, but they're not able to do so. Now again, Elder Dragon for JDG, pushing in this mid lane. They cannot be touched for the next little while. A minute left on this. JDG have 2 waves that they can play with in that time. Can V5 clear those waves?
And you can see V5 is looking for the base races. They are looking for the side lane. Rich
Stop
needs to back away here. The TP being committed. Now this could be V5 moving it, but it's still the Elder buff for JDG. And you can see every single attempt. V5 are trying to get the backdoor flanks, the backdoor TPs, just trying to get out of this game.
But that's the thing. They've now got another TP from JDG. Though one wave down. This is the last wave that V5 can make the play with. And that's why V5 are now here. JDG en masse. This is our fight for the game, Mazel.
Hope is doing serious damage. JDG moving. They have about 20 seconds on the Elder Dragon, and they need to make it count. Striking when the iron is hot is so important, and JDG already get the Stormbringer out of Karsa. They're looking at the last tower. They're looking at the Nexus now, and JDG know what they came for. They came for a 47.5-minute banger.
Holy JDG! In what was such a back and forth game. So much all over the map, whether it's a case of trying to take the fights, taking the early game,